Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and play with some new indie makeup that recently has come into my life. I just have a few first impressions here, but I think they're all pretty exciting products. I'm just going to start off by telling you what we're going to be trying out, and I have the Vesca Beauty Kiss by Rio bronzing powder, which I have used a few times already. It just looks like this. But I know I mentioned this in an indie haul and I don't think I've used it on my channel yet, so I thought I'd show that. And then as far as highlighter goes, I have one of the Bitter Blaze Beauty highlights. This is one from their Crystal collection. I received a few of these as a birthday gift from a subscriber, which was so sweet. Thank you again, Kimberly, for that gift. And I thought I'd go ahead. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that smells so strong. Ooh, that smells like grandma. This is the shade Rose Quartz, so I thought we could go ahead and try that as highlighter today. For eyeshadow, I have the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Vintage Rose palette. I actually bought this for my birthday, which was a while ago, and I still haven't used it. Yes, I am ashamed. I've been meaning to do a first impression, but just so many things got in the way. Here's what it looks like, so I am so excited to finally give it a chance today. I think I want to go more like pinky. I don't know what I want to do, but I think I'm also going to use the shade Blush Pink as blush. And then lastly, I also have the Alamar Cosmetics Birthday Suit Lip Duo, which has their lip liner and lip gloss both in the shade Birthday Suit. This came out in celebration of their 2-year birthday of being a brand, and they're really pretty pinky shades, so I'm excited to try those as well. So let's just go ahead and jump right on in. So like I said, the Vesca bronzer is in the shade Kiss by Rio, and I didn't even notice until I pulled it out for this video. This actually has a sweet scent to it. Not quite the butter bronzer scent from Physicians Formula, but kind of that like sweet, more tropical smell to it. All right, I'm terrible at swatching, but there is what it looks like swatched out. It's just a little bit darker than the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer that came out recently in the shade Fair, but pretty similar undertones. I'm just going to go ahead and take a big bronzing brush and lightly dust that onto my skin. I feel like from the few times that I've used it so far, I do like it. It seems to blend well. It's a nice shade. It's looking a little bit more soft because I am using such a big fluffy brush. You can see it has just a little bit of warmth to it, so it's a good shade for fair skin. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into eyeshadow, and I did already prime my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, but I think we're going to go ahead and do some swatches first because I can't help myself. I love doing swatches. Alright, so there's one last look at the palette before my grubby little fingers make it less aesthetically pleasing. We have Blush Pink, which that one felt a little bit drier to the touch, but it looks pretty pigmented. Thorn and Velvet Petals, which felt super pigmented. I mean, dang. Okay, next we have Copper Rose, which was extremely smooth to the touch. And then Blossom, which was a little bit more chunky. And then we have Aged Rose Stem. And then last but not least, we have Bouquet, which again was super creamy. And Rust Rose. Ooh, I really like that color. So everything looks really nice. I'm kind of torn on what to do today because it all looks so beautiful, but I'm thinking maybe I'll do a very pink lid with a pop of green on the lower lash line. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Blush Pink. I'm going to go ahead and put that right into my crease as my transition shade. As you can see, it's a little bit more sheer. It's a little bit dusty. I feel like it's going to be one of those shades that will build up, but it's not quite as pigmented on impact. So I'm just going in a few times and just building it up a little bit. And then that's blending out pretty easily because it is a bit more sheer. Alright, now I'm going to take the shade Rust Rose and I'm going to put that through my crease with more of a precise crease brush. I just feel like it looks like such a pretty shade. Ooh, that's pigmented. Okay, actually I'm going to start it off on my outer V and then kind of work in a little bit. Just really like the tone of that color. Just blending that a little bit. It is kind of giving me some lines, and honestly I've always felt Give Me Glow's mattes were a little bit more on the dry side, so I'm not surprised that it's giving me that. I feel like their mattes are a little bit overhyped in my humble opinion. I think that if you like a color story that they have, you know, they could be worth making it work. They're not like the worst mattes, but also I don't think I would buy their matte shades individually or as singles. I did actually like the mattes that they came out with for like their pastel bundle. I thought those were nice, but just in general, not my favorite formula to blend, but the color story of this palette I couldn't resist any longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do a mixture of windshield wiper motions and going in circles until that's blended to my heart's desire. And then also slowly adding a little bit more pigment. I'm going to go back into some more blush pink because I feel like I lost it a little bit. And also I'm just going to use that to blend the edge a little bit more with my big fluffy brush. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Velvet Petals, and I'm going to be really careful with it because it was super pigmented. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit on a little pencil crease brush and tap that right onto my outer V for a little extra definition. Really like the tones of this one. It's like a deep kind of chocolatey berry shade. It's definitely super pigmented. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take Aged Rose Stem now, and taking that on the same brush, but I did go ahead and wipe it off. And I'm going to pop that on the outer third, or actually more of the outer half of my lower lash line. Gonna slowly build that up a little bit. Alright, now I'm dipping into the shade Thorn, and I'm going to grab that on a tiny little smudger brush and just pop that right on the front of the lower lash line, blending it into the matte green. Alright, so for my lid, I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with the NYX Glitter Primer just so there's less fallout. And I'm going to put that all over my entire lid from inner corner to outer V. I'm going to grab just a little bit of the shade Bouquet and pop that on the outer portion of my lid. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to lightly tap over just to create a little bit more of a gradient. I'm going to take the shade called Blossom, and I'm going to start that off on my inner part of my lid, and then do the same where I just slowly let those two shades meet in the middle. I think I'm going to take a touch more of Bouquet just to help those blend a little bit more. Alright, I'm also going to go into some more of that shade Blossom and use that as my inner corner highlight today. So I'm just taking that on the smudger brush and adding just a little bit. So I want to make my inner corner a little bit more intense. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. x J Kiss Suki to My Heart liquid shadow. I'm going to take the shade What a Pity Smile, which is the white, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a little on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go right into that same smudger brush that I used for my inner corner, pick up a little bit, and tap it over just to add a little extra something. Ooh, that's so pretty. I know the camera's not picking it up, but it's a rainbow of sparkles and it makes me so happy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes by using the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pencil in the shade Black and my waterline and my tight line. Throw on the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'll be right back. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go into that blush pink shade as my blush today. Just going to grab a little bit. Put that right on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, so now going into the Bitter Lace Beauty Rose Quartz Highlighter, which I think it's hilarious that I picked this one out, and it is the shade Rose Quartz to go with the Vintage Rose palette, and I didn't even realize the name. Here's what it looks like up close. The pattern is really cool. Let's do a little swatch. Oh man, I feel bad messing up this pattern. Ooh, but it's kind of like a light pinky champagne-y shade. It's not the smoothest highlight ever, just feeling the texture, but that shade is so pretty. I love a good pinky highlight. Okay, I'm excited. It is quite powdery, but I'm just grabbing a little bit of that. I'm going to pop it on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm just going to go back in with my blush brush and lightly go over that so it's nice and diffused. Alright, so now let's go ahead and pull out these birthday suit products. I already did look at them and then I put them back because I don't know why. Why do YouTubers do that? Why do we keep things in boxes just for unboxing them, even though it just takes more time? I don't know. But this is the shade Birthday Suit, and it's actually a lot more neutral in person than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was a lot more cool pink. I'll give you an example of what it looks like next to a cool tone pink liner. You can see the shade is a lot more neutral, which I actually really like. I think it looks like a perfect shade for me, a lip liner that I would actually probably use a lot of. So there's what it looks like swatched out. It is very creamy. And then the Birthday Suit gloss is more pink, and it has like a little bit of like sparkly iridescence to it. It is super, super pretty. So there's what Birthday Suit looks like. You can see the gloss is a lot more pink than the lip liner. I heard that it was supposed to smell like cake. I don't really smell it. I do think that their other one, the Mommy Spice Latte, does really smell like pumpkin spice. They captured that scent so well. Okay, so I went ahead and just like lined the outside of my lips, and I do really like this color. It's creamy, but it's not too much. It's like super easy to use, so far so good. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and top it with the Birthday Suit lip gloss. Okay, so I kind of wish that I'd done my whole lips with a lip liner because it is a bit darker than the lip gloss, and the lip gloss is a little bit sheer. So I feel like I can see the lip line a bit, which isn't normally how I do my makeup. I don't think it looks bad per se. And then the lip gloss, definitely a little bit more on the sticky side. Not uncomfortable, but definitely not like super smooth, slick, anti-stick. So if you don't like that type of texture, this isn't for you. But at the same time, it's so glossy. Like, it looks so glossy, and it has like super pretty like iridescent little sparkles up close. So I feel like the finish of this lip gloss is giving me life. Alright, so this is the finished look, and I love how it turned out. So quickly, let's just talk about the products I tried today. First off, the Vintage Rose palette from Give Me Glow. I think that the look turned out really pretty. I think the aesthetic of this palette, the color story overall is very beautiful, so I'm excited to play with it more. I do wish that this shade Copper Rose was more of like a mid-tone pink. I think that would be really nice in this palette. Maybe that's just me not really being a copper person speaking, but overall I feel like I love the look, and I'm excited to play with it more. And then the highlighter I also think looks really pretty. It looks kind of soft on the skin, but it just gives like an iridescent pink glow. I don't know if it'll be a favorite pink highlighter, but I will definitely keep using it, playing with it, trying it with different brushes, because I wasn't sure what to use this with. So I used the Sigma highlighting brush today, but I will definitely try it with more. And then the lip combo I feel like is super pretty. It's not exactly what I expected, but I definitely see this being a lip liner I will use a lot. And this gloss is so glossy. Like, it is just giving me life. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you have not subscribed already, definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.